Non-Holy. Game developed by Studio Chowbee. If you like cultured content, check out their Twitter. You will not be disappointed. In the past, I played their previous game called The Wedding Witch. The game wasn't anything special, it was the most 5 out of 10 game I played in recent memory. So, based on that, I had similar expectations for this game. Hello, I am YouTube's least known undead enjoyer, and I welcome you to Hades but cultured. When we boot up the game, we are welcomed with this clean looking main menu screen with a beautifully drawn nun and an amazing soundtrack. Have a listen. Pressing start game shows us that we have 4 separate save slots. Clicking on empty save slot gives us the option of choosing our character. We have 3 options: Preya, the vampire hunter, who uses gun X; Mary, the executioner, who uses big ass gun; and Sane, the purifier, who uses swords. Each one of these characters has very distinct gameplay from the other, which was very pleasant surprise. I decided to choose Preya. She seems to have the best outfit. Choosing our character gives us this fully voice acted cutscene, which, if you don't care about, you can skip.
漆黒の闇が訪れ、月明かりだけが大地を照らすと、狩りの時間が始まる。絶えず人間の血を欲しがるヴァンパイアたちと、そのヴァンパイアを狙うハンターたちの時間が。
Although it is so short, you don't even need to skip it. Now we have fairly lengthy tutorial section, but not so long it becomes tedious. WASD movement, space is dodge, left mouse click is your main weapon attack, right mouse click is your secondary attack, and E is your skill. Now, behold, combat. The first thing I noticed was that the combat is a little bit clunky, but I couldn't figure out what bothered me about it. After playing for like 20 minutes, I managed to figure it out. All your attacks and dodge are animation locked, meaning if you decide to attack, you have to wait until the whole animation is completed, and after that, you can use your dodge. You cannot cancel your attack with your dodge. It does take some getting used to, but once you do, you can start enjoying the game. After experiencing your first death, you get teleported to a town. This town is your main hub. You can buy upgrades here with silver and ruby crystals you collect during your runs. These upgrades do not transfer to other character slots. Also, you can check out your quests here. The quests are fairly simple, you can complete them just by simply playing the game. You don't have to do anything elaborate. Quests like kill bosses and create this many times and so on. By completing these quests, you raise your hunter rank. Higher the rank, the better things you get at the start of your run. You start as F rank and you can go all the way to S rank. By the way, S rank doesn't seem to have any benefit over A rank, at least I didn't notice anything. This game is a roguelike, meaning each run is different. You start out with different item, the level layout is different, the bosses are different, and when you die, you have to start all over. At the beginning of each run, you can choose main weapon, secondary weapon, and skill. For each one of them, you can choose physical damage, fire damage, and holy damage. You do have to unlock them first by buying them with silver. For Preya, I can't say if it's true for the other two characters. The main attacks is the same. it just deals different type of damage. But secondary attack and skill are different for each damage type. The game has multiple builds you can use, but I found the holy build being by far the best. It allows you to one-shot everyone, including bosses. The best item in this game, in my opinion, is this mace, that does wave of holy damage when you use your main weapon. Upon upgrading it, it does additional wave. And in this game, if you are lucky enough, you can stack items, meaning you can get multiple of these maces and pretty much insta-kill everything. This game has 4 levels with very distinct enemies and its own set of bosses, plus 5th level, which is just the final boss. You start in Land of the Abandoned, where you fight skeletons, bugs, and these people dressed in white. Then you move to Path to the Depths, where you fight bugs and gargoyles. At least I think that's what they are. In my opinion, this is the hardest level, just because of these flies. After dying, they drop a bomb that has pretty big explosion radius, and these alien heads that shoot their snot at you, which is badly animated. It looks like you have a lot of time to dodge, but you get hit. Then you have Crimson Garden, where you fight spiders, probably the easiest level, and then you have Cathedral of Blood, where you fight the British and demons, probably the second easiest level. And after completing these 4 levels 3 times, you unlock the last boss level, which is just the Vampire Queen, who I must say is pretty tough boss. This game has beautiful character design. Every character is very detailed, sexy nun and one sexy nurse. The soundtrack is fantastic and the sound design is great too. The enemy diversity is much larger than expected and the bosses are challenging, but not enough to make it a hard game. The thing that this game lacks is better build diversity. I feel like there is just one build that is amazing and other builds are fine at best. You don't just have items that make you stronger, but also passive abilities and ultimate ability, which are not very impactful. You can get those by leveling up, by clearing stages, but I feel like staying level 1 and choosing not to level up, instead converting the experience into currency and buying better items is much better option. And the ultimate abilities all felt like they don't do any damage. Also, the entire time you are playing, you are looking at 3D characters at 2D background, which feels little off, but at least you can clearly see all the enemies. Some stages are way too big. It feels like the devs are artificially prolonging the game by making us run around these unnecessary big stages. And the gameplay itself, I feel like, is not for everybody. Because you are animation locked for every action, it feels little clunky. You can get used to it, I did, but I don't think everyone has patience for that. Overall, I was very pleasantly surprised by this game. I was expecting something I would have to force myself into completing, but the game is genuinely fun. I have spent way more time playing this game than I originally wanted to. I feel like this is the perfect game to play when you crash out from your main game and want to relax a little bit. The game is pretty cheap and doesn't take too much of your disk space. Taking everything into consideration, I feel like this game deserves 6.5 out of 10. I do recommend you try this game, but have in mind it is not for everyone. If you enjoyed the vid, like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like nuns, or don't, everything is pointless anyway. See you guys in the next video. Bye.